Hi, it's all such an awesome privilege to be in your space once again this evening. My name is Osai Tresomokaro. I'm sure you had a great day. If you're in Nigeria, I'm sure your day has been fine. We have a very solid question coming from someone who says, as a digital marketer, how do I charge startups without having to devalue myself by lowering my price? This was actually a question posed to me by one of my tribe members because of our one-on-one conversation yesterday, trying to help them look at strategies to earning 1 million naira in a month, which is the target we have for ourselves as members of the Trescaro tribe. If you're not yet in that tribe, you want to consider coming in. We're working with people to ensure that an average member of that tribe earns a minimum of 1 million naira every month. As we began to converse, this question popped up, and I felt it was necessary for me to come answer it here beyond the fact that giving you his personal answer. I believe it's something that for a question to pop up in the heart of one person is because a lot of other persons have the same question. You know, in answering for one person, you end up helping so many other people gain value from it. And I'm going to be talking about pricing whatever product or service you are offering to the market. Yes, the question comes from a digital marketer, but you may not be a digital marketer, but you have a product or a service in the market. How do you do your pricing? Why the digital marketing is the example, you could pick a few things here to be able to structure your own pricing. I'm not going to be scientific here. I'm not going to go to theories. I'm just going to ask you questions that will help you to think and come up with the right value for your product and service. You know, that's it. That's how I do. That's what I do. I study, I read, I study theories and all of that, but I think it's my responsibility to take these theories, bring them into practice so that those who listen or watch or have any conversation with me and take action. Because I've had to ask myself this question: why exactly do we communicate? I always ask people to ask themselves that life question: why? In answering that question, I discover one of the primary reasons I communicate is that I want people to take action. So, in wanting people to take action, I don't think it's part of my responsibility to begin to talk theory. So I do my best to ask very practical questions. That when you answer those practical questions, action becomes very, very easy to take. But before I go right into that today, I want to just share with us some of our services. We're going to do that as fast as possible. I'm not going to elaborate on them. I'm just going to flip them over. You already have known about this book. You've been hearing about it. This book is already making tremendous changes in the life of many people. Follow the link as you can see on the screen and go ahead and access this book. They will turn your life around. Read more about the book from the link and go ahead and access them. They are powerful books that are already helping people in the business world. If funding is important to you, you just want to read this book, access funding for your business. I always say that there are more money available to support businesses than they are viable businesses fully prepared to access this funding. So you just want to be sure that your business is one of those that is fully prepared to access this funding. I believe that there are businesses that can achieve funding even while still on paper. I'm not just believing this. This is something I have done for myself and I've helped a lot of people do too. All of those ideas and experiences are locked up in this book. And this book have access to over 100 links to accessing grants and grant opportunities. You say, I'm not a business person, I'm just seeking for a job, I just want to be able to use my skill and getting a job. We author get employed. I read an article today on LinkedIn that intelligently expressed the fact that for us as a country, Nigeria, we are headed towards massive unemployment. And it was straight to the point. Because of the lockdown, the school sessions are trying to see how they can wrap up in a very short while. That's to say, for people who gained admission like 2 years back, will most likely be graduating in another 1 year. That's like compressing two sessions together. That automatically tells you that a lot of people are going to be out from the university at the same time seeking for for the very few jobs that are available. So you just want to be sure that you're standing out because I'm an employer of labor. I understand what we're looking at for when we are seeking for. So I've used those experiences and knowledge to put this book together. And I believe it will help you. Then the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant is available. It's a grant that supports businesses with $5,000. I decided I'm going to do a group coaching session this year to be able to help more persons to prepare and package themselves and be able to access this funding. If that is something that you want to have, $5,000 I believe can help you start or expand your business. If it's something you want to have, please follow the link as you can see on the screen. This is the link, sorry. Okay, bit.ly/TEF2021 support group. bit.ly/TEF2021SG. Just follow that link and you will be talking to us. That is that. Then finally, I am the chapter director of Startup Grind Benin City. We put it together a program with tagged how to reach 1 million customers and grow your business. We're hosting one of our own, Nathaniel Endoro, the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker, you just don't want to miss this. You just don't want to miss this. No matter how good your product or your service is, if you can't sell it, you're still going to end up losing. So this is a program you want to be a part of. Follow this link to access your ticket. We basically have just about 30 tickets available. So go all out to get that ticket. So right now I'm going to hit the ground running and stream as a digital marketer or as a product or service owner. How do I charge startups without having to devalue my price? My first question here to you is who exactly are you serving? Or who exactly are your services for? You may want to sit down and design your client's avatar. You want to know all of the nitty-gritties of the person you are actually serving. You want to know the exact person your product or service is for. If you conclude that my package is for startups, there are a lot of questions you want to answer as it relates to the startup ecosystem. Because when you're talking about startups, most times, most startups are actually just still trying to see whether this idea is feasible or not, whether this idea is going to work. So most times, the economics around them is not that great. So you just want to be sure who exactly your product or your service is serving. Because it's an error to think that everybody needs your product. Everybody may need your product, but when you are marketing and selling your product, you want to be clear in your head who exactly you are selling to. So never deceive yourself by thinking that I'm selling to everybody. Everybody needs to market their product. So I'm a digital marketer. Digital marketing is the in thing my product. No. They may need it, but you want to package for some set of people so you can tailor brand your marketing strategy. Then another question you want to ask, what value are you offering? What's your value proposition? You know, because of the seemingly easy access to learning digital marketing, a lot of young people today just call themselves digital marketers. At best, what most of them could at best be categorized as a publicist. They just want to help you. They can at best help to get your products to be seen. Some are basically just carrying people's products and posting on WhatsApp groups indiscriminately. So you want to be able to ascertain what exactly are you offering, what is your value proposition. There's a particular young man who tagged himself a digital marketer, you know, but each time I have to ask, what exactly is your product? What do I pay you for? What do I pay you for? If I hire you to market my product and all you do is post my product on various WhatsApp groups, some of the WhatsApp group I can post them there myself. So what exactly are you doing? I believe that digital marketing is not just about publicizing, it's about helping me sell my products. You may want to help me generate the necessary leads, quality leads that have the capacity to pay for my products. Then you want to convert those leads. Then that takes us to the third. What is your pricing or pricing model? Before you begin to think about your pricing, you want to first of all settle down on the value you bring to bear. You want to first of all settle down on the value you bring to bear. Because sometimes, if you're not careful, when you're asking about pricing, you are actually trying to exhibit your fears. Because something is already telling you within you that they are not going to buy. Something is already telling you within that they cannot afford it. That's your own limiting belief trying to put you in a box. But when you are setting, then you can begin to come up with your pricing model. For me, for instance, I would rather want to pay you 30% of every sales you make for me than pay you whatever amount you're asking for. Because as a beginner, I want to know, or as a first timer in working with you, I want to be sure that you can deliver on your promise. So if you are certain that you can deliver on your promise, you will accept a percentage from whatever you sell, because I want to sell before I can pay you. I don't want to pull out my money. Yes, I will sponsor the ads, but you need to build all of the infrastructure. You need to build all of the strategies and the systems to help me. You need to be the one telling me what I need to bring for you to execute. So that helps me come up with a pricing model. you know. Then another question you want to ask, because life is very, very, very spiritual. Whatever price you ask, have you paid such on any service in the past? Because see the way life works. Steve Harris will always say, you can't charge top dollars when you have not spent top dollars on yourself. You're asking people to pay you 100,000 for your product or your service, but you can hardly do a service for 20,000 naira. Because of product or service, the amount you are able to spend puts you in a category all by itself. It puts you in a category all by itself, and you begin to attract at that level. So whatever you have not spent on yourself, becomes difficult for you to attract it from others. Another thing you must know is that your pricing is an expression of your confidence or ability to deliver the value you have proposed. When you price yourself too cheaply, one of the things you're already telling me is that I'm not sure you can deliver what you're proposing. You know, this is not to say you must price yourself very high, because when you price yourself very high, it's also good as long as you deliver the value that is commensurate. Because a digital marketer is coming into my space to help me market and sell. So when I'm paying you from what I have earned by reason of your effort, it's easy. It's easy. I have a product or a service I need to sell, and you come on board, you're able to put up all of the strategies in place, and I sold out 10 million, 20 million naira. It won't cost me nothing to pay you 3 million naira, because your effort has just generated me an extra 17 million. So when you are confident on what you can deliver, that you are not just coming to come and publicize, you are coming to market and help me sell. If you are confident on that, you will never be afraid to charge whatever you want to charge. So, as a digital marketer or as someone who has a product or a service, just be very confident that your product or service can deliver the value it proposes. I had a conversation with somebody today who was negotiating for one of my products, and I gave her the price, and he said, "Why is it not this amount?" I said, "Because it is worth more than that." As simple as that. It is far, far worth more than that. Clear. People pay for your product or your service when they feel like they are cheating you. Let me rephrase that. People will pay for your product or services when they see that the value coming from your product or your services far exceed what you are asking them to pay. So they feel like they're cheating you. So with ease, they will pay. And never get deceived by trying to lower your price because of a certain person. The better thing to do is to deepen your value and maintain your price. There are buyers for your product or your service at the price you have pegged it. You just have to deepen your value and be very certain that your value proposition you are meeting. And as long as you can deliver on what you promise, the people to buy will just so to get to you. Another thing you just want to do is sell outside your cloud. A lot of us are focused on selling to people already within our space. That's why you can't earn massively without a paid advert. I'm telling you this for free. You can't earn massively without paid adverts. It looks like I'm beginning to hold briefs for social media platforms that are making money from this ad. But the truth is, if you want to earn, you must sell outside your cloud. And for you, Mr. Digital Marketer, the proof of your excellence as a digital marketer is your ability to sell your own service. Ability to sell your own service. People have walked up to me, "Sir, I do websites, I can help you build your website." The very first question I ask them, "Can I see your website?" You don't want to do something for me that you've not done for yourself. So now you're a digital marketer, it means you have a service that you are selling. Apply your digital marketing skills to sell your service. Once you can tell me, "Sir, the strategies I'm going to use for you is what I've been using for my business in January. This was how much I made. This was how much I spent on ad. As small as this was the outcome. This is what I have done for a client, spending this little amount, and this was the outcome." Results can never be doubted. So your proof of excellence as a digital marketer is you have to sell your own service. So while you're thinking about how best to price people, is awesome. Follow the steps I have shared before now, but understand that you must first apply your skill in digital marketing to selling your own service. Once you get that right, you can charge whatever price you want to charge. Understand this, that especially that you're a marketer, your pricing, people will not be afraid about your pricing because your pricing is going to actually come from the profit they are making from your efforts. Yeah, when you are now very good and well known, or you have proofs, excess proofs, then you can go ahead and say, sir, this is what you must pay me before I even start to work with you. Then your past result begins to speak for you. And they begin to tell themselves, if it's not this guy, whoever is going to do it is going to shut the deal. So let me work with this guy. So until you're able to bring yourself to that space, you just want to keep trying and working to prove yourself. Because once people can see proof, they accept your pricing, especially as it relates to marketing, because your sales will actually give them the revenue and much more. So paying you will not be much of a problem. I think I've done justice to this. But if you think there is something I'm missing and something you want to add, please feel free to leave that at the comment section. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's highly recommended that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and feel free to share our work here is to ensure that you are doing well in your business. Because we trust that when you do well in your business, you're going to earn more, you're going to hire more, and collectively we reduce the crime and criminality in our society. Because when people are busy working, we won't have time for crime. So let's do this again tomorrow. I remain your humble friends and brother, Osai Tress Abokaro. See you tomorrow, same time.